You are now listening to the Fast Food Podcast.
Podcast, Morgan Hytes, Drizzy Sakafet, Freckles, Jojo Montana, special guest, Kojo Anim in the building. We're enjoying ourselves, having a few drinks, chopping it up. Once again, thank you for being here, Kojo.
Thank you for having me, man.
We appreciate it. We just want to talk to you today. First of all, happy birthday to your son. Belated.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Blessings.
Yeah, man.
You're a good party.
Bro, 4 years old. He's into like Paw Patrol.
Come on.
Me and his mum. I just want to big his up. I have to big up his mum here.
Yeah,
big up Morgzy.
Big up Tiffany because see Tiff, Tiff has always kind of been somebody who's passionate about loads of things, right? But it's always about finding that thing that you're passionate about but comes natural to you.
Right.
I always say to people when I'm giving advice about career is do what you can do easily.
Right.
That's how you're gonna make £1 million.
Yeah.
Do what because you make it look so easy. Do you know what I mean? And our son has a disability which is called muscular dystrophy. So
I've never heard of that.
So it's very rare.
Yeah.
There's probably about 8 people in the UK, in Europe that have it.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
And about 10 in the US.
Right.
So it's a muscle disease that actually doesn't allow your muscles to get stronger.
Okay.
You get bigger, but your muscles don't
develop.
So you just stay stagnant.
Yeah.
Right.
So
okay.
my son has a condition with his neck where he's either like this or like that.
Right.
So that's why he wears a brace that
Keeps him.
Yeah,
Right.
and we hope that as he gets older, it gets a bit, but it's not always because the muscles don't get strong. He gets bigger, but the muscles don't get strong. Right. And through that whole thing, I think she's found this. Tiffany loves seeing other people have a good time. I've noticed it. I love it. Right. She's relentless with it. To the point where I like organising stuff too. But when it comes to her, I just let her have it now.
Yeah.
But she is brilliant when it comes to kids' parties, like brilliant. And the detail, the enthusiasm, all of that stuff.
Themed
Like she invested in like a big Lions thing and so she hires it out to other people that want jungle theme parties and all that.
Yeah.
So her thing when it comes to kids' parties, she's done her thing. Our son loves Paw Patrol now.
Like big.
She organised for the actors to come in the Paw Patrol outfit. Do you know what I mean? Like the kids lost their mind.
Yeah, of course.
Lost their mind. I mean, some of them was like, "How you get out of television?"
Yeah,
because they were confused, scared, and bawling. But Roman loves it, and every year he's growing into something different. Do you know what I mean? But
big him up.
Big her up.
Big up Tiffany, man.
I just dropped the money. She
She
handles it, and she loves doing it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But she absolutely hit a home run. This is 4 years old. I believe this will be the first birthday that he remembers.
Right.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I bought this ute, fucking, I'm gonna cuss. I bought a fucking electric car, blood. A fucking Range Rover electric car.
Yeah, you don't remember that.
2 years old, second birthday, Do you know what he was doing for the whole day? Playing with a wet wipe.
Nah, it's disrespectful.
This is it.
That's disrespectful.
He had the time of his life. Man was
with a wet wipe.
Wet wipe, bro, that we already had before his birthday.
It's true. Because that's what we do as fathers. We buy things for our sons.
We gas us. We think we're doing it for them. We're not.
We're not.
We're doing it to stunt. And ourselves. His mum did tell me to buy it though. She told me to. And he better drive that car until he's 18. I'll tell you that much.
You better wear that shit out.
Fam, brother, the new Stinger ain't use it, man, there with a wet wipe. I lost my mind, bro. I couldn't even find the receipt, bro. Take it back. But like, you know, he's growing. He's starting preschool.
Nice.
In September, man's got uniform now.
All right.
And one thing about my son, it's quite like myself, where when he walks into a room, he draws attention.
He's a character.
Good energy. Do you know what I mean? Kids love him. You know, he has a disability, but they want to understand it. You don't normally see that from kids. Do you know what I mean? They're normally quite harsh or a bit, you know what I mean?
Introvert.
But they gravitate to him, you know, and they you know, he's a smiley boy. He's a very happy boy. When my son cries, it's for a reason. It's never because he's like doing something silly or whatever. He cries for a reason. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I've got an amazing kid. His mum's amazing.
Blessings.
Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, we do what we got to do.
Blessings, man. That's
Big
up.
Big up Tiffany.
Big up the family.
You know what I mean?
big up everyone's family. Big up my family. Big up yours.
Thank you.
Jojo, Montana. I know you're a big bro, so big him up. Big up your brothers. Big up the people them. Kojo, listen. I want to talk about this because I just think it's simply amazing. The fact that you know Dave Chappelle is not spoken about enough. The fact that you worked with Dave Chappelle is not, there's not enough flowers on that. The fact that Dave Chappelle calls you and gives you gems and tells you, look, Kojo, I'm here.
Talk about it.
Listen, I came to your stand-up when you, I think, what was the day that I come to that little discreet little thing that you had?
Yeah.
He was like, Moore's come through, man's in town, he's going to do a little secret little thing. And I'm just like...
Because remember, he's like, you want to bring the missus out.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm like, when the man them talk about their achievements and their goals and where they've got to in life, you as a stand-up comedian, knowing such a revered, first and foremost, Dave Chappelle is my favorite stand-up comedian of all time. Eddie Murphy, pay homage. Eddie Murphy's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Chris Brown is Dave Chappelle. Right? And the fact that he checks for you in a real way, I got to say, not only does that hold testament to you as an individual, because at the end of the day, he's not going to want to know anybody. This Donny is millionaire gone. He knows his resume is, you Google him.
He's probably playing wordly with like Hove and them, man.
He's a serious Donny. He's a serious Donny. So what I wanted to ask you is, what have you learnt from Dave Chappelle? What have you taken away from conversations with him that you use to this day?
I would say a few things. I'll say one of the things that I've learned from him is to understand that every season doesn't belong to you. It's real. Yeah, every season don't belong to you. You've got to let people have their moment. Right. You can't have every moment that exists. Every season doesn't belong to you. So you're talking about a man who was at the height of his career and for about 13 years was in the wilderness. But in terms of like mainstream media, but he was out there doing comedy clubs, traveling the world, learning about people, learning about the world, right? Quietly. And planning his return. Yeah. Right? Planning your return. Falling off sometimes to people is if they don't see you on television or you're not part of the cool club, you're not doing all of that stuff, but it's not your season. Another example of that is Pharrell. He went away for years, came back with a silly hat and a happy song. Everyone wanted to buy the hat.
And killed it.
Yeah, but producers were like that though. You'd have the Timberland run and everyone would just fall back. The Dr. Dre run, the Neptunes.
But the producers who don't last long are the ones who change their default setting and try and fit into what's current.
What's current, right.
And when that current goes out, you go out with it.
Yeah.
Or you can stay back and go, you know what, this ain't my season. Yeah. Right? And I come back when it is. Remember, we never heard from Pharrell when it all went down south. Atlanta, Nelly, Ludacris, we never heard nothing. But he came back, boom. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like one thing I've learned about Chappelle is that one of the things is about understanding that not every season is your season, and when it's not your season, that's when you start to season. That's when you start to cook. That's when you start to prepare. You're preparing a meal. You're preparing this comeback. You see what I'm trying to say? Because sometimes you got to let people miss you.
It's true. It's true.
People don't let people miss them anymore.
It's true.
Because people are chasing, something I had to check myself on recently was I found myself chasing relevance.
Right.
And then I had to understand that
real.
if I don't do one new thing ever again in my life, every time I step out the house, I'm Kojo still.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be Kojo. So it's okay to give yourself
a break
and give yourself time to reinvent yourself and come back with something.
And grow.
Yeah, come back with growth.
Yeah.
Come back with growth. And what does that growth look like? That growth might be, I'm a dad now.
Yeah.
That growth might be, hey, I've gone to a few countries that I've never been to before, and I've seen new things. I've learned new stuff. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm in a whole different bracket when it comes to finances now that I've never been in before. What does that look like? What are the new problems there? Do you know what I mean? Like Am I still with the same friendship groups? There's so much growth that can be had by just sitting back and not feeling like you've got to have every moment that exists and allow the audience to be like, oh, you're not like this new person that's hot. Well, I think you deserve to get that information or those comments when you're trying to be in that new person's energy. Yeah. Let them have their season. Do you know what I mean? And support their season.
Yeah. Right.
Support their season. Right? So that's one thing I learned. Another thing I've learned from him is...
That's real. That's what you just said, bro. I'm listening.
Yeah,
that's fucking real.
Know that every season's not your season. But still say seasoning while it's not your season. Come on.
So another thing I'll say I learned from Chappelle is, and this is the biggest lesson. If I look up the dictionary for the word freedom, I see Dave Chappelle. I see a free human being. Free. Mm-hmm. Truly free, bro. And what I mean by that is to have the confidence, and that's what the 13 years was about. To really get back to, why did you even do this? Why did you pick up the microphone? Get back to that. Don't let these people give you money. And then start telling you what to do. Because he was like, do I want instruction? Or do I trust my own instruction to myself? Because I can take the 50 million and get told what to do. Or I can lose the 50 million and have my own dignity. So many people talk about, oh, I respect it, but you respect it. You don't really respect it because you wouldn't do it. It's something nice to say. It's trending.
50 million is not. It's not a million or 2 million. It's 50. It's a lot.
And you're gonna give us 50 million excuses as to why you couldn't turn it down. That's the truth. So for a man to really, because in this business you're gonna get a question where, do you really believe in yourself?
That is a real. I've been through that.
Do you really believe in yourself? If you really believe in yourself, prove it. Nobody wants to prove it. Not many people want to prove it. And he said, I believe in myself. So I'm going to walk away from 50 mil. And I'm going to use that time to travel the world and grow. But freedom is, real freedom is knowledge, knowing what you're talking about, having factual evidence about what you're saying, and then be able to deliver it, right? One thing that holds him up, because anybody can go on stage and be outlandish, but not everybody has the knowledge and the education. The man's one of the smartest people. His mother was a tutor. His mother was a teacher at Harvard. You see, he's not coming from dibby stock.
No, he's not.
So intelligent. So you can tell by that.
Right. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So when I see Chappelle, I see a free man. And if I want nothing else in the world, I want to be free.
Facts.
And I know my freedom is going to come at a price. And it might mean that I never get to be the richest comedian in the world. I never get to be invited to all of these events.
Or headline coach or something.
I never get to be in that group of people that everybody thinks is buzzing right now. Do you understand? But you know what? When I sleep at night, I've got no worries. But I know it comes at a cost. And I have, you don't know me, I speak my mind. I always try to be solution-based. But I will say things that the new generation of people can't fathom. Who the fuck are you? How dare you say that? How dare you question a woman? How dare you question white people? How dare you? How dare you? Right? How dare you tell somebody who could help your career? No,
I'm good.
No. But it's because I know who I am. And when you're around people who know who they are, what else do you become? Somebody that knows who you are.
How many times have you told someone no?
I've told people that, I think I've probably told people that more times than I've said yes. And I believe I have a reputation to people in the industry of probably feeling myself, number one. And number two, people ask questions and believe there's only one answer.
Right.
That's the reality of life. Most people in this planet think they can answer your question and there should only be one answer. So when they get the answer that they don't want, how dare you? And I've learned by being around Dave, I refuse to keep myself awake at night and make you sleep well.
Yeah.
I refuse to do that.
That's real.
I refuse to do that. Yeah. My sleeping pattern is way more important than yours.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to be as honest with you as possible so that I sleep well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not better than a good conscience.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Sorry to interject, but because I went through a point where I was being demanded by people to do certain things because I was at a certain point, and I felt like I was getting pulled away from really what I'm trying to concentrate on. And it, unfortunately, it came across like I'm being, he thinks he's too good. But really, not only for my sanity, but it was like, look, Morgs, you've got to move a certain way if you want to get to your end goal. You can't just be like the nice guy you are and just, I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you. Especially when you get to a certain point in your life where you get older. Me, right now, if it's not really about the bag, I'll keep it a buck. Of course, there's certain things I will do for favours.
Yeah,
if you call me Drizzy, if you call me Morgs, come and help me move I'm moving. Of course, but I'm talking about things that remove me from my family and also take away from me earning money, because time is money right now. So that's where I feel like that's what you're alluding to. Because at the end of the day, Kojo, you're at a stage in your life where I believe the next step is the next step now.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Which is why I got you on this motherfucker today.
Because then we can say we were part of just elevating you to the next step.
This Kojo was here and now Kojo's over there, and it's
yeah. I mean, like I said, with Chappelle, it's I'm chasing freedom. I get offered TV shows. I get offered to turn up and do this. I say no all the time because it's not going to benefit me. I know what my progress looks like. I know what it looks like. There are people that would look around and go, yeah, but you ain't doing television right now, blah, blah, blah. It's not because I'm not being asked. It's because I'm saying that's not going to serve me. I know what my rise looks like. I know. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And there's times where even I shake at times thinking, bruv, just do it. Right? But the thing is about freedom. I want to be that free comic. I told you about, the TikTok having 2-something millions. 95% of it is love. 5% of it is hate. How dare you say this? I'd never want to say anything that everybody agrees with. Because that means I'm not saying nothing.
You're not an individual.
Yeah. And when I'm around Chappelle, it's not trying to be him. It's the conversations we have, bro.
Is it intimidating being around him?
Do you know what? No.
It's not.
Do you know why it's not intimidating? Because in any room, Morgan, in any room, Jay-Z could be there. I'll look that man in the eye and I'll say, I can add to you. And God has given me a list of things that I'm shit at. That list is long, blood. I'm shit at bare things. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bare things I'm dead at, fam. There's a lot of things I'm the worst at. Yeah.
But what you're good at.
What I'm good at?
You're fucking good at.
I don't care who's in the room.
Yeah.
I don't care who's in the room. And I will meet Jay-Z and he will want to keep me around. Because there's a reason why I know Kevin Hart, Chappelle, and Chris Rock. These are not just comedians. These are icons. Bro, they're icons.
It's a madness.
They're not people that are just, they came here and they done, these are iconic people. Why do icons keep me around? Why? Because I'm from Hackney.
It's mad.
I'm not even from the same country as these people.
Kojo's mad, bro.
Well, outside of Corks, my next show that I went to that was Kojo's was The Fresh Prince of Hackney.
Oh, you was at a...
I was there.
You was there.
MTV base. I was there.
Right?
I'm not used to this. I'm used to this. I'm just saying.
No, but I'm just saying, like for me, like I'm in the wrong ear, they would look at that and go ego. But as I said, I'm not good at a lot of things, but what I am good at, I stay in that zone and I keep feeding into what I'm good at because that's what I have. I don't have what I'm not good at. Do you know what I mean? So it's like what I am good at, I celebrate it, I own it, I'm confident with it now. And I know I could look at Jay-Z and I could be like, I can add to you. You're gonna want to keep me around.
That's real.
You're gonna want to keep me around.
That's real.
I've met some and the last thing I'll say about Chappelle that I've learned from him is by being free and being your authentic self, you make you encourage other people to be their authentic self.
Right.
I've never ever met any human being that can get these people backstage at his show. Elon Musk, Madonna, Chris Rock.
Which Madonna though? Is it like
Madonna,
like a Virgin Madonna or
one of the motherfuckers
the monster one? Okay.
Chris Rock, Marlon Wayans, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, Chris Brown, Busta Rhymes, Usher, Ludacris. And let's pause for Ludacris's missus. She's Chris.
Yeah. See that. Cold.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Bro, like, do you know what's mad? Spike Lee, Idris Elba, Daniel Sturridge, Janet Jackson, Naomi Campbell. Do you know what's mad? Do you know what
Sturridge doing there though?
But my point is this.
No, joking.
But my point is this. You would never see these people chatting to each other anywhere else.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
He has brought different walks of life together because he is authentic.
Yeah.
Most people, and you know what? None of those people are authentic.
Yeah, that's real.
And it's not to disrespect them.
Yeah.
It's because when you're not authentic,
Yeah.
you want to be around it.
Yeah.
You all realize that I've not been able to be myself. Even I remember Ed Sheeran, who was backstage at Hammersmith Apollo, and Ed was like, I can't even have a picture with Dave and put it out because the media could be like, oh, you're supporting this gay stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's how much Ed Sheeran had to protect his brand.
But he's not being authentic to himself because he's a fan of Dave and he really wants the picture
Right.
of Dave.
Right.
The memory's good, but to go to
Bruv,
your
he
phone and
took
go,
the
"I was
picture.
there."
He took the picture, but he said, please don't post it.
Wow.
And what I'm saying to you is, they all come around Dave because that's who they wish they could be.
Yeah. Free. He's unapologetic with what he does.
But you have to remember,
That's the name of the podcast.
to me, in the comedy world, he, to me, would be like, you know, not take this the wrong way, but he to me would be like Jesus in terms of coming and taking all the abuse.
Yeah.
Because that's what Jesus took.
Yeah.
Jesus took abuse.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Dave's Muslim. I'm using the Jesus analogy because Jesus came on this planet, did nothing but good, and took abuse. All people didn't understand it. How dare you say? How dare you say you're the son of God? How dare you? And Dave ain't saying that, but Dave is coming in and saying, I'm going to fight for the people who are afraid. And you know what those 13 years did? It removed him from industry and brought him back as his own entity.
Yes.
And Netflix being what it is now is anti-establishment. Netflix is anti-
They don't give a shit.
Establishment.
They don't care.
They don't have to follow no code of conduct, no rules, none of that.
No.
He couldn't have done this anywhere else.
No.
Netflix is there at the right time to be of service to this human being.
Give him the platform.
Because Netflix is the embodiment for creative freedom. They will put that Nigerian movie on there. Do you think HBO would have done that? Do you think Hollywood would have given Nigerians
that's the thing with Netflix, bruv. Their international catalog is miles ahead
Because
of everybody.
at the height of that whole thing with his stand-up and the backlash that he got from it, he was here and he was like, right, it's popping off.
Yeah,
But
remember?
I was like, this bro is just unapologetic with this thing. Like,
The show you came to, bro, imagine that's the rawest he was.
It was raw.
Yeah. That's the rawest he could be because he's seen his people. When
Bro, I
when
felt
he's
like I
doing the
needed
show,
to
it's
put
all
a
white
condom
folks.
on or something, bro. That shit was too
I
raw,
do them
bro.
shows because he wants to
Jeez.
speak to his people. We've got another one coming up with Chris Rock and him.
Yep. Talk about it.
Yeah, quiet location, but he wants to talk to those people because that's where
That's the ground.
That's where it matters to
That's
them.
the ground.
That's what they care about. And for me, those are the messages. Those are the lessons that I've learned from him. And it's not that these things are going to make me become Dave Chappelle, but it's my moral compass. It's what I truly believe. I understand in being still when there's a hurricane, right? And letting the hurricane pass. I've been in all seasons of this game. I've been broke. I've stayed on my friend's couch for a year. No one don't know. You understand? I named the rat, bro. I named the rat.
Ben. Was it Ben? Ben's cousin.
It was actually Archie as well.
Rotted.
I'm joking. He didn't eat my ass. He was a lazy rat.
Yo, man, don't say that and touch me, bro. Get off, man. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
No, but I'm saying, like, I've been there. I've been through all seasons. Do you know what I mean? And as men, our ego gets it, our pride gets it. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So for me, being around him, I was recently with Chris Rock as well, and seeing how Chris Rock puts his show together.
Yeah.
And, you know, these people are friends of mine. When they see me, they're like, hey.
Yeah. But that's beautiful. But that's what I'm saying, Coach. Like, that's why I rate it so much, because it's not, this is my thing. I don't really give a shit about celebrity. And the reason why I don't give a shit about a celebrity is because when I'm around celebrities, they know I don't give a shit. They can see of course I'm happy. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're in our presence. But I don't bread. I've been around plenty of people and I just be me. All I can be is me. What you cool? Sometimes people will ask me, Morgzy, you cool? Yeah, man, I'm just taking it. Sometimes I just like to take it all in. I mean, I people watch and, this is a real moment. So I can imagine you being around all of that. Those men are no joke. These are the top level dons. Yeah. You get me? Because you're a top level don.
Yep. Do you know what? Yeah, I'll tell you something. So this is a joke that me and my boys run privately, but they run it on me.
Yeah.
And this is what I would say reminds me that I'm just on my own journey and I'm different. 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, if a man is walking towards me with his woman, the man loses his mind when he sees me.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
All the man then be like, brother.
Yeah.
They all. It's at the point now where we're at a point now where, bro, watch the guy. It'll be the guy. I walk past and the guy goes, oh, that's Kojo, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, to get your own sex to fucking be like,
keep it a buck.
That guy there?
Yeah, man. No
that
hate.
To me, that to me is what I hold on to. That's my trophy.
Yeah.
If I don't do nothing else, that's my trophy that the man them in real life,
stamp of approval,
when they see you, they go, that guy there?
Yeah. That's
doesn't matter what the internet's saying. Doesn't matter none of that. In the real world, man them see me and they go, you see that Don?
Yeah.
And for me, that's
enough.
That to me, my trophy. That's what I take, and I walk with that, and I make sure I don't let those guys down.
Yeah.
Because I'm representing their taste, I'm representing their energy, their support.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Girls are gonna like you anyway because you're just opposite sex.
Yeah.
But for your own sex to be like, yo, in real life, that's the guy.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
But I think also it's kind of like it's almost like in reference to like that football player that came up through your youth academy for your football team. You've watched the growth. You've been rooting for that person. You've seen that person. There might be and there always is, there might be that one person who might be slightly more talented than that person. You know, people say, oh, who's it, Messi or Ronaldo? Who's better? Messi clearly has God-given talent.
100%.
That did not stop Cristiano Ronaldo reaching his level. Oh, you got a God-given talent. That's okay. I'm going to be the hardest worker and be in a conversation. We've watched Kojo be like that academy youth player. We've seen the journey and we've seen how he is and we've been rooting for this guy. So he keeps going up and up and up. And when you're rooting for someone, you don't ever look and contemplate or question, oh, well, when's he going to have a misstep or whatever? You're always rooting for them. And I think that's one of the things. And I think the era helps as well because we were exposed to Kojo having to access Kojo from our phone.
Bro, listen.
I had to go and watch Kojo and experience Kojo. Otherwise, I'm hearing it at college. Yo, man, Kojo had a sick stand-up the other day. People can only tell you so much. And for me, it's something that I hold on dear to is that we were outside where if you wasn't there in that moment, you can't experience it.
Segue Don.
Okay, I mean, I'm here.
Segue Don.
This is what I do.
Which leads me to Britain's Got Talent.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I remember what he said when he saw me on there.
So I'm seeing Kojo on there. And I'm watching it and I'm like,
why is he there? That's what I felt.
No, this is what I'm doing. I'm computing. First of all, I'm computing. Because you do this, right? So first and foremost, what made you want to audition for Britain's Got Talent?
So they approached me.
They came to you.
Okay.
There's no way in God's green earth I would have done that show.
See, when I say, right, hold that thought, please. When I say, what is he doing there? This is me looking through my rose-tinted lens of,
Donny.
this is Kojo. This is for people who are trying to get on. Kojo is clear of Britain's Got Talent. But now you say what you said, carry on.
Right. So they approached me to do the show. I told them no. And they was like, listen, we think you're great. I really want to take a clip of you and send it to the team and see what they think. I want you to just think about it. Don't say no just now, just think about it. So I said, cool, send him a clip. It came back the next day, he was like, oh, it was like a conference call with all of them in the room.
Yeah.
It's like everyone just finished watching it, everyone's like, man, you're everyone was banging the tables, laughing in the production room. I said, bro, you got to do this. Like, you'll be great on the show, blah, blah. And all I'm thinking about is, what would it look like for me to go on this fucking show? I'd be like, people would be like, what the fuck? What the hell is Kojo doing? But the thing is, in life, is there's what things look like and what things are.
Yeah.
I've seen people whose album I bought ask me, do I have a train ticket?
That's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying to you?
That's real.
I've seen people whose album I bought ask me on the DLR, where's my train ticket?
Yeah. It's real. It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I could be in a position where I let my ego entertain me,
Yeah.
or I let reality kick me in the ass and be like, hey, you need this.
Yeah.
I had just done a movie, which I got no money for. I got robbed from it.
Right.
Yeah? I was on my, maybe a year before Britain's Got Talent, I was on my friend's couch for a year.
Right.
I made it comfortable.
With Ben, the rap. Yeah.
I made that couch comfortable.
Yeah.
That's where I was at in my life, bro.
Right.
I just had a son. A whole new thing. I'm doing shows that I have no business doing.
Yeah.
Just to get money, to make sure that my son don't want for
That's
nothing.
real.
Right. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Right? I can say everybody sees me here, right? Or I can actually let the world know where I'm really at and free
Yeah.
myself. We're talking about freedom.
Talking about freedom.
Freedom is actually maybe going through your ego being beat up a bit,
think it is.
going
It has
through
to.
pride getting knocked a
Has
bit,
to, yeah,
and
yeah.
being like, guys, I've fallen,
Yeah.
right? But the beautiful is because there's a lot of people in our world that are delaying the fall.
Yes.
Instead of just falling, and
I know
the only
some.
way is up.
Kojo, I know some.
Damn.
Kojo, I know
But we
some.
love a good comeback story, you know?
Right. But for me, I'm not even thinking comeback story, Dre. Like I'm just thinking like, the fact of the matter is, bro, you need this.
Yeah.
So and you know what I done? In November, I prayed to God because I felt like, God, am I doing too much? Am I doing films, radio, TV, all this? Am I doing too much? He said, and the message I got from the prayer was, get back to stand up. So that, after I prayed, I said, well, I'm going to do stand up. I'm not going to do nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm going back to what made people love me.
Yes.
All this other stuff was distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah? I got burned from a few other things. Too much going on.
Right.
Built the Colour Network and the Black Magic Awards. I'm doing all this stuff. All this stuff was stretching me. I had somebody extort me. People don't know. So I was like, default
Back to
settings.
basics.
Yeah.
And I just finished reading Kevin Hart's book.
Oh shit.
And there's a key element in the phase where he talks about resetting. Not restarting.
Resetting.
Reset. Just reset.
Yeah.
Get back to just being stand-up.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
No outgoings, income only.
Yeah.
So when you pray to God, right, and God gives you what you ask for,
Yeah.
it won't necessarily look like how you want it to look.
Right.
But you've got to remember the prayer.
What you asked for.
You never ask God to make it look like how you want it to look. You asked him for what you wanted.
Chance. Yeah.
Now, if he gives you what you wanted, right, you've got to know, and you've got to be mature enough to know he's answered you, even though it don't look like what you want it to look
And
like.
you've got to embrace it.
But it's going to feel how you want it to feel.
Yeah.
So this was me in a moment where God's giving me what I asked for. Do I act like it's not him, or do I admit it's him?
Yeah.
So he brings Britain's Got Talent to me. Britain's Got Talent is going to challenge my ego.
Yeah.
It's going to make me naked. It might embarrass me.
Bro, I saw
canvas.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw vulnerability.
Right.
Coach, first of all as well, don't get it twisted. I never saw you on Britain's Got Talent and said, I never personally saw, right, what's he doing there? I was just like, well, this motherfucker's going to kill it.
Yeah.
Just, you know, like you see one of the men them on top of the pops. That's basically what it was. Like, right, well, this is another hit. This is another hit that he's got, and he's going to perform.
Yeah.
And obviously Alicia's gone, oh, Coach, and she's embraced you. She's like,
what the fuck you doing here?
yeah, she was, yeah.
Imagine her saying, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
This is off camera.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing this?
Yeah.
Because she thinks, hey, coach, you're coach.
Yeah.
But some people's name is bigger than where they're at.
Yes.
And I wasn't going to be that. One of the things that I said was, like, this opportunity allows me to be, and if you're smart about it, it allows you to be the new guy with 20 years experience. What other job can you say that about? The new guy, because you're about to go on national television. The new guy that everyone's going to be like, oh, yo, who's this guy? And you got 20, I'm going to show you 20 years experience. This wasn't about me going on there to prove if I'm funny or not. None of those things. No. This was just an opportunity for the whole country to see me.
Opportunity.
I didn't even know about the world, which came with it. I didn't know about that. I just wanted the whole country because I felt like the industry had always blocked me.
Right.
Comedy Store,
Right.
Live at the Apollo,
Right.
all these
All the blackity black stuff.
irrelevant people who have never made anybody laugh, telling me what I need to do to make an audience laugh. Telling me.
Basically limiting what you're able of doing.
Dave Chappelle thinks I'm okay. Kevin Hart thinks I'm okay. Chris Rock thinks I'm okay. Nick Cannon thinks I'm okay. Russell Simmons thinks I'm okay. And you want me to listen to Steve? He went to Oxford University.
Get out of
that's
here,
got
man.
a job here because he's...
Get out of here, man.
And he's going to tell me whether I'm funny enough for Live at the Apollo. How about Live at the Apollo maybe don't deserve me? How about that? So I was like, this is an opportunity for the middleman to be gone. This is just me and the public now. No one to interrupt, none of that.
I think you needed
me and the public.
I think you needed it.
Right,
I think you needed it.
But I prayed for it more. Right, and when it come, I delivered. I chose the right material.
Yeah, you killed it.
Everything was good. Like everything was timed. Like big up Axel. Axel's gone and won it this year.
Yeah, bro. And I feel like that's you set a trend with that.
Yeah, of course. I made it cool.
Yes.
But there were people before me that done Britain's Got Talent, but they didn't make it cool. I made it cool. But the thing is this. Till this day, I will get 100 messages a month about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because that moment was bigger than me.
It was.
That moment was everybody who felt like giving up.
Yes. But I felt it, man. I felt it. Pause.
When you won,
it. Pause.
You could, bro. I was like, man, someone's either cutting onions or my eyes are starting to
But
sweat.
you know what, bro? I had man that just got out of jail pull up on man. They said, big man, when you got the golden buzzer, the jail went mad.
How did you feel when we saw what happened?
Yeah.
How did you feel at that specific moment?
Do you know what? And this is the sad part. Do you know why I had tears in my eyes? The only reason why I had tears in my eyes is because the only worry that I had was what black people were going to say about me.
Really?
Is that what caused the tears?
That's what caused the tears.
Really?
Bro, remember, I've been doing this at a very high level. I'm not here. I know the audience is going to laugh. I know the judge is going to like me. I know all of that. That's not ego. That's just experience. I've been doing this. I've made people die laughing when there's three of them in the room.
It's normal.
So this isn't a challenge. This is just exposure. But all I was thinking about is, if this goes wrong,
your core audience.
I know people preset their disrespect.
Right.
Spell check it, everything.
On the notes, just a copy.
Waiting to press send on Twitter.
Right.
And I'm saying that, imagine all this is going on, that's all I'm thinking about is what the black community are going to say about me if this goes wrong.
Yeah.
And I cried tears of emotion because I was like, I done it. Because I put my ego and pride on the line. Because it comes back to you, how many people can prove they believe in themselves?
100%.
I hear singers talk about, I ain't going to go X Factor because it's all fixed and that. ain't about being fixed.
It's not.
Fuck winning. Because the real victory ain't winning the show. The real victory is what happens to your life after. I've made more money than winners on the show.
That's crazy.
Because that was my moment.
It's crazy.
And when your moment arrives, there's nothing, nobody can block that. Nobody. And for me, it's about knowing when your moment is. Yeah. That's why it comes back to every season ain't your season.
Yeah.
When it's your season, ride that cow, ride that horse until it collapses. Yeah. Because for me, it's like my connection with God doesn't need to be for the public. No one needs to know my relationship with God. No one needs to. I know what I do. I know why. I know what I sacrifice. I moved to New York with no guarantees. Yeah. I worked with Russell Simmons for a year at a regular job. Yeah. And he allowed me to sustain myself in New York, move around the comedy clubs. Yeah. I met Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey.
Sick. I met Nick
Cannon and Mariah Carey. I didn't know I was going to meet them. Yeah. Nick Cannon goes, 4 years later, after that, Nick Cannon goes, I'm bringing Wild 'N Out back. Mariah told him to put me on.
So anything else you want to add to that?
like, I'm just saying, like, you meet people and you think to yourself, like, fucking hell. Yeah. And me and Mariah got on like a house on fucking fire. We spent the whole night talking about coming to America. Yeah.
Coach, again, anything you want to add to that? Or
nothing else to add.
So, last point. Did you feel like you had arrived, even though you arrived ages ago?
But hear what I'm saying to you, Morgs. No. Let me tell you something about our community. Our community will put where they think you are on you.
True.
But you know your potential.
True.
If I went with what people thought I should be doing, right?
True.
I'll be clocked. I'll be done.
True.
But I know my potential. I know what's in me. No one else knows. So to them, why am I doing this? But I've only been entertaining 2% of the country at that point.
And this is...
If that.
2%.
And Coach, and this is the thing with what you just said to me, I'm very shocked. I'll tell you why I'm shocked. Because you are a universal character. You're a person. And bro, we talk, bro. We talk. And you're not offensive. You make yourself very clear. You have your opinions. But in general, you're somebody that anyone from any hue, any walk of life would get along with. So it's very interesting for you to say, rah, I was worried about how my folk felt about me, when I can verbatim say to you right now, you ain't got to worry about us, bro.
I know that, but I'm saying, like, I still care what we think. Yeah. Because we are the tastemakers.
Yeah.
When we say it's legit, everyone else follows. Yeah. We've never followed white folks and gone like, oh, who do you not think is great?
Yeah.
They watch what we do. And then they decide, oh, let's have a bit of that.
Let's do that.
I mean, we did that one time on the boat, but other than that, we don't follow.
And that's why we can't swim now, because we don't trust nothing on water. Bro.
Yeah, but other than that,
But it's like, but for me, it's like, sometimes I'm willing to sacrifice myself for the greater of the next generation.
I feel you.
Or down the line. My pastor says something that always stays with me whenever I'm making any decision. It doesn't need to make sense immediately. Nothing needs to make sense immediately. When you do things, I've read 50 Cent's book.
Yeah, it's cold.
I read 50 Cent's book. Now, when you read his book and then you go back, I know I called him an idiot. I know I said, what's my man moving like that for? But when you read the book, you're like, oh, shit.
I did the audio. I did the
audio. Yeah. Bro, that's all I listen to in the gym. I don't listen to music.
He's a monster.
Bro, I'm like, so you dissed Oprah on purpose?
Yes.
And had the woman come to your house to interview?
Yes.
Bro, you're a genius.
Yes.
But in the moment, it looks like craziness.
Yes, it does.
Chappelle, they called him crazy.
They did.
It made sense later.
Yeah. Yo, they tried to belittle him, say he was on doing drugs, all them
crazy
mental health.
But you know what? Later might be 13 years. Yeah. Can you wait till later? Yeah. Even when we talk on Clubhouse sometimes, people want to make it make sense immediately in a room. But the reality of conversation is it appears back in your mind when it's relevant.
Yeah.
Your mind will always go back to a conversation you've had when that moment presents itself.
1000%.
It doesn't need to make sense immediately, and everybody wants something to make sense. Because if we give it names when we don't make sense of it straight away.
Yeah.
We call it crazy. That's weird. What are you talking about? They called Pharrell stupid when he wore the hat.
They did.
2 weeks later, man was out of stock.
Yeah.
It's true. Trendsetter.
And this is big. This
Trendsetting.
is big Pharrell. You know, Pharrell who's got bangers in almost every genre of music.
Yeah.
Big Pharrell just steps out
mad.
with a hat. I'm happy. I feel like that hat just represented.
You try and buy the hat sold out, bro.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I've learned and I've watched and I've observed and I've been blessed enough to gain this information. Most, you know, like, and Dre, I've known Dre,
It's mad.
Temple,
It's mad.
Tottenham.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
When he was a youth.
It's mad.
Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Like,
Yeah, it's mad.
early days.
Early.
Yeah? So, for me, like, I have a vantage point in this industry because I've seen most people when they were starting out.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I remember comedians who begged me for their first show.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people at the beginning.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like gigs, Kano,
Crazy.
all these people, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Everybody, when everyone's starting out, I've seen it.
The growth.
Do you know what I mean? And for me, it's like, I love this game. I love the art form. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that
I can tell though.
But that's what, and
tell.
for me, I'm saying when I'm around Chappelle, it makes me realize what I'm on.
One last question before we go to intermission. Now you're at this point in your life.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're the best you as a stand-up now?
Yeah.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
I believe that.
You know what's funny? Simon Webb messaged me today.
Sick.
Simon Webb messaged me today. He said, bro,
Sick.
let me read it to you quickly.
Sick.
Because it was random, but he goes, and Simon's my guy as well. And Simon's like a quiet person, but he just gets something. He said, yes, bro, just want to say your work is getting better and better, bro. Higher heights for you, sir. Blessings, yeah? And he sent me this today. And I'm telling you, the only reason why I know I'm getting better is because I'm being honest.
Right.
Bro, I grew up in foster care. I've never spoken about it on stage. Both of my parents went to jail when I was 5. I've never spoken about it on stage.
Crazy.
Like I've lived in Ghana, I've never spoken about that experience. Being a dad, I've never really shared that as much.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Now I'm getting to a stage now. My new hour that I'm working on,
Can't wait.
It's gonna be the realest show.
Can't wait.
that I ever done.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't want to say too much, but all I'm saying to you is, like, my sitcom that I'm pitching is about being in foster care. My book is ready to go. I've got a movie that's ready to go. Like, I have been working on being great.
Yeah. Right. You will be. You are.
Not good.
You are. Great.
And
Coach.
sometimes greatness is minding your business, letting people have moments,
Yeah.
understanding it's not your season, cooking, getting better, practicing. But I know what I'm holding. When you know what you're holding, yeah, when you know when a man, this is just for an analogy. When a man turns up with his fist to punch in your mouth, you know you got a bazooka. You might laugh at a man when he turn up. That's where I'm at. I've got a bazooka. I know what I'm carrying, but I've just got to treat that bazooka carefully because I don't want to blow up myself.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's about playing it at the right time, using it at the right time, and what's coming is the best version of me. I'm working on my new Netflix special. I'm working on a new hour. I'm excited by it.
This guy.
I know, man.
We're not just
Bro,
gonna pass over like that.
No,
Bro,
bro.
not everybody
I know,
gets
man.
a Netflix special.
mad.
No, but I know, but I'm saying like
mad.
I'm shooting it next year. A big individual's producing it, exec producing it, and it's just a chain of events. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a phenomenal show.
Is it the same executive producer as Earthquakes one?
Yeah.
All right, say no more. You just say no more.
Exclusive.
I read these things. You have to read certain names and see who's doing certain things. Okay, cool. Oh, that name's doing cool. But if I say nothing,
It's Earthquake, Darnell Rollins, Lunel, Tony Woods, Kojo.
Donnell makes me laugh.
Donnell's a
Listen,
cold
Rollins, he's funny,
Donnell's a
man.
cold-blooded
He's
blooded
cold.
murderer as well.
He's cold. He's cold. He's cold.
He's somebody who I
murder.
speak to, gives me loads of wisdom.
Yeah.
He sat down, I remember we was, Dave Chappelle done the show in Hammersmith, and Ed Sheeran turned up at the after party and sang with Prince's band. Serena Williams, Venus, this was Wimbledon time in London. And I remember Donnell said to me, let me tell you something. He took me aside and he said, listen, when he was flying over here, Dave was telling me how much he fucks with you. And Donnell said, don't ever fuck up that relationship, Kojo.
Please.
Don't ever fuck up that relationship.
Not even for us, for yourself. Please.
For me.
He said, bro.
Not for us.
He said,
No, don't
for
fuck
you.
it up for me.
Oh, for you.
Yeah,
You're part of this. You're part of this. Oh,
He said, Dave is a closed individual. His circle is his circle.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
And he spent an hour and a half talking about you on the way here, yeah?
It's amazing.
How much he respects you, how much he loves you. He said,
it's amazing.
Don't fuck that up. Don't use his name for publicity. Don't put a post out on him.
But you're not like that.
You're not that.
Of course, but he don't. Sometimes you gotta say it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta say it so it was said.
Yeah.
So a man can say, I said it.
Yeah. Facts. You was told.
You was told.
Yeah.
Don't ever fuck that up. And that's why I'm always of service to people. Because that's, Russell Simmons said to me, taking has an expiry date, giving doesn't.
Yeah.
If you give, you will always be relevant in this business.
Yeah.
You will always have a job. You will always be okay in this business. But if you take, someone's going to take your position of taking.
That's true.
You can only take so much. But when you give, you will always have a job.
Gems are real, man, today.
And this
I
is,
don't know about you, but the gems are real. Gems are real today, bro.
Well,
like,
if Dave's your friend, Dave's my friend through Kojo. I know about you. I know about me. You know what I mean?
I go by the name of Morgan Hytes, Trimmer, who's got the keys to my bimmer, Drizzy, Saka Freckles. We are back for a brand new season 5 of the Fast Food Podcast. Remember, it is available on all DSPs, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Podcasts. Visual episodes are available on our YouTube channel. That is Fast Food Podcast TV. Peace.
But God, but I got too much pride. Yeah.